How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Real Shady Unicorn here, and today I'm going to give my final thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath and the story. So I played Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch and PlayStation 4 Pro in story mode. I started on Switch and I completed the story mode on PlayStation 4 Pro, and I have some thoughts. There are instances in the story where it really can draw you in, where you kind of want to know where it's going, and you enjoy, the moments where you get to fight. But it also drug on forever. The first part that's not DLC seemed like it took forever to get through, and some of the plot points were kind of silly, and some of the voice acting was kind of silly as well. But I went ahead and I got the DLC for Aftermath and continued the story. It did get a little bit better, but as you got near the end, it got a little messy and you really couldn't tell where it was going. There were fewer fight scenes as well, and I feel like they could have implemented a few more to make it more interesting for the player, to keep the player engaged. But for what it was well done. One thing that I really appreciated about it was that at the end you got the option to choose the good or the evil ending, and I didn't actually see that coming. I wasn't sure how it was going to play out, because basically the second part you're mostly playing as the evil characters, and then in the end, Liu Kang comes in and stops you from what you're doing. But I appreciated that you could choose if you wanted to be Liu Kang or Shang Tsung in the end, and I ended up playing both. The Shang Tsung ending's kind of weird. I get what they were trying to do, but I don't know, it's just kind of silly. The Liu Kang ending also just kind of looped himself back around so that he could speak to Kung Lao and start it over again, basically choosing his champions. So do I think that it's opening for a beginning of a new story? I'm not sure. But I do know, Mortal Kombat's been around forever. Like, 26 years, something like that. I've been playing it for a while. And these last few games have really added a lot of story elements to it so that you could kind of know where it was headed and what the story was actually about. Why were you fighting in the fighting mode? Speaking of the fighting modes, I do appreciate that there are multiple ways to play. You have different types of towers, you have the arcade mode, you have the online mode. I hate, though, now that... I remember when you used to play Mortal Kombat games and you would earn the characters after you beat it. Now you have to buy everything. You have to buy new characters. And is it really worth it? I mean, they don't give you a lot of incentive to purchase the characters. There's not a lot of extra story or extra pieces, just a different character. And it's just, I feel like they over monetize games now, and Mortal Kombat has fallen into that trap. With all of that said, and being that, I've played, I don't know how many hours of it now, and I've gotten through the whole story, I would say the DLC content is at least worth a try, especially if you can get it on sale. It's fun to experience, and then you do get like packs usually you can find with extra characters and fighters. But if you haven't seen any of them and you're curious, just check out my YouTube channel. I do have the entire story for Mortal Kombat 11 on there. I will also link it up in the eye. I think I have a playlist I will link for you. In the end, Mortal Kombat 11 was fun, but the story drug on, and the graphics were good, the fighting skills were good, the controls are smooth, and I would give Mortal Kombat 11 a 4 out of 5 Shady Unicorns. I think the experience is good the first time around. I do not think there is replayability, though, and if you are concerned with graphics, I would recommend playing it on a PlayStation or Xbox and not on the Switch. The Switch can be very grainy and it takes longer to load. Hopefully you found this video informative. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other games that you want me to review or play through. Take a moment to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and the likes really help the channel out. And I will see you guys on the next one. Shady out.